credit for this at all. Joe Biden got no credit, so I don't think any politician is going to actually do it again. But with the
No.
Inflation Reduction Act he did, with all the battery plants, if you look at West Virginia, a lot of these old coal
Yeah.
mining plants and steel mills and all that stuff, you took those big ugly monsters and you built a huge brand new battery production facility. And
Yep.
the same people who did the other
Yep.
jobs can definitely handle working in these places as well. And these are much higher paying. They're better on your knees. But many Americans don't
Exactly.
realize what those programs are doing, and now Trump's kind of killing them. And he's saying he's fighting for the
We
working
we had
class and stuff. So
we had the same thing. We took these old coal mine areas. They call them strip jobs here. It's a strip mining, and there was a few that were converted into industrial parks, and then we got appropriations through certain entities for, and actually a battery plant was one of them where I live. And I don't know what I think the reason they pulled out was because of freight actually transporting things because of the roads. So you put a kid here, the roads are shitty, the schools are shitty, there's no industry, coal is dead, in the family structure, and then you factor in joblessness and drug use, and it's been perpetuated for probably really bad since probably mid
yeah,
'90s.
well, those places live on welfare too. With the public roads, they
Yeah.
can't
Oh
pay
yeah.
for like the big cities pay for
Yeah.
the welfare there, the
It
Medicaid, the SNAP,
so
and
and
that
like
pays the
I
people who
always
work
kind of
there,
like
right? Yeah.
I always tell people like we may be hillbillies in deep Appalachia, but statistically and socioeconomically, we're no different than inner city Detroit or inner city San Francisco, inner city fucking DC. It's the same
Yeah,
exact
but there's a big
situation.
issue. Just really quick on that point, like in those cities, there's a super high population density. There's other systemic racist factors that led black people to be in like shitty communities, especially. Then you have an
But the
issue with
outcome is the same.
rising
For a
costs,
kid
no
growing up, the
opportunity.
outcome is the
No, but
same.
there's these other stresses that they have in cities, whether it's race or being close to people or housing costs and whatever it might be.
Yeah. What
Those
does that
create
have
the
to do with the
higher
same outcome,
that
though?
no, I'm saying that creates a much higher crime rate in like black communities, for example. So like I wish we could have what you're saying right now. I wish we can have some relation between that rural urban divide where there is a shared experience, but also when like a community in the city has a higher crime rate, we can't just say, well, they're all violent, we got to take in the military. We have to be able to realize like they're going through the same shit we are, but there's a little bit more on top of it, and maybe we can help each other.
Yeah, I kind of agree there. And I think if you took my area and bunched them into one little pocket, like a city, there would be military here too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the
Yeah,
same,
it's pretty
same.
violent, but they have overdoses instead of murders. But they still die, and they still have violence too.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's more spread out. People keep to themselves more. Housing's a lot cheaper, so there's less issues when it comes to that. People can just like go and blow off steam somewhere, go through a ride in the countryside, which I love doing that. Which is why I feel
too.
kind of cramped in cities because I can't do that. But
Yeah, you ride side by sides or
well, that's a funny
ATVs.
thing too. A lot of the old coal mining territory got turned into ATV parks too, and recreational centers, and that brought in revenue to
Yeah,
some of these areas.
that
But it's not
that's
consistent.
really kind of my push as a politician was to do that, to diversify our economy, because everybody's waiting on coal to save us again, and like it has in the past. We had booms in probably 40s, 70s, 50s, 70s, and whatever, early 90s, but like that's gone now. So like, luckily for in my area, and it sounds like your area maybe, we have like a geographic honey hole. Like we have whitewater rafting, we have trails, we have ATV stuff, we have fishing,
Yeah,
we
yeah, I
have
can see that. Yeah,
riding,
yeah. There's a lot of
but
rivers and stuff too, and yeah, yeah.
and moonshine breweries, believe it or not. But like people are reluctant to just switch over everything in their life to focus on that. But that's what I was kind of
I
pushing
was
for,
mad at Trump though.
because
Like, yeah,
but what I was gonna say is like, but what makes me sad though is like this is my home, I love it. But I would say out of 50 kids graduating, if they want a certain level of lifestyle, I'd say 40 of them are leaving. 100%, they're gone.
it's probably a good
And
thing
so
too.
so those, I know, but those brains and that academic success and those kind
They're
of
leaving,
entrepreneurs are out of here. Yeah, they're gone.
but the town doesn't
So
want them.
like,
Whenever I come back to my hometown, like I feel like they hate me. Not because I'm a liberal, but they're envious. They're
dang,
angry that I got to leave. You know?
yeah, oh yeah, they people in these areas hate success, man. That's how they hate me like that too, and they
Huge
give my kids
haters.
shit at school. They give my kids shit at school, like your dad's rich. Like, no, your dad fucking worked his ass off for 13 years in college, I was a weed eater, a grass cutter, and a carpenter before I became anything else.
Yeah.
You know, like,
No, I was mad
but
at
that's just
Trump
kind
for
of
the coal mining stuff because everyone around me was like, they had all the signs up with Trump digs coal in 2016. I was only like 16 or 17 at the time. I'm 25 now, and I was walking around like,
yeah,
coal's not coming back, guys. It's not. There's no indicator
no,
it's coming back. It's not. Especially the area I'm from. That shit has been torn apart decades ago. That has
oh
been
yeah,
shut down. There is
A-
no coal here anymore. There's
actually,
no production.
actually dismantled. And here's another thing: if you're a liberal, which I'll probably be the opposite, but I'm not. I'm not far. I'm kind of centrist, but you know, but I would say like we had coal fire electric plants, coal fire plants, you know, and since 2015 to now, I think we've closed maybe 11 or 13, and at the time, these companies were getting federal, I guess, enticements, kickbacks for doing that because it's not cleaner energy, you know, close these coal plants. But the what subsequently happened with that is that these coal companies, they had these deals with certain states from my area, line item thing, that they could recoup their investment on environmental changes or some bullshit like that. So
Is it like
basically, they
the
closed
clean
all
coal thing? The carbon capture
well,
clean
no, no,
coal?
no, no.
Oh, okay. No.
What like these coal companies, several of them had contracts with these electric coal fire plants,
Okay.
50-year contracts, say. So like the Biden administration, they would get millions, if not billions, for closing that shit. So they closed it, but in their contract with the state, it said that they could recoup their loss in investment for environmental something. So like now, like there's several people, and I gave speeches in the state representative floor on this. Like, I know guys that live in single wide trailers that turn all their lights off every night, and that him and his wife and his kids stay in the living room, and they actually use the little propane heaters with the tank, you know, the Mr.